Welcome to another part of VR Sports Powerboat Racing, which this time we're going to be completing the championship of this boat class at least, with the, the thing we did back in arcade, all these levels again in Barracuda, except mines. We're doing mines afterwards, so, there is something else after this, but the main thing to take from this is that we're going through hell again. And we're not going to be happy that we're going through hell again. I'm telling this right now, no bullshit. I'm also not going to get anything here done in the first place. But I end up with pretty much the same score as I did last time, in the last part, so this will go well for me at least. But it was a lot more of a fight compared to Pike, which, not a big surprise there. So, yeah, the AI in this one fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I fucking hate it. I really fucking hate the Barracuda so much. Barracuda can fuck right off. You already know this. I've already made it very obvious. I don't even have that much to say right now when it comes to this. It's just, I guess it's expecting the really shitty stuff, honestly. Like when the fuck things get really dumb. Like the game is going to be unrelentless at this point, and also, my PC then freezes for a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Everything's good there, though, now. My computer gets in the way a few times for me, but I still manage, regardless. I wish I could basically show you the moments where things get really fucked up for me and I end up not getting first. But there are two instances of that, and they're in the levels that I did indeed expect myself to at least end up not getting first in. During Novice, during Amateur, because we're in Novice right now, during that, I ended up not getting first when it came to Nevada. I actually got second in that one. I got really fucked over from that one. And during, the fucking this shit, when we got into the fucking pro crap, I ended up actually losing second when it came to Amazon. So, I got second in that instead of first. And that was because the AI was also being an absolute pile of fuck there. Like, it stays consistent on that at least, where Nevada and Amazon are the most unrelentingly unforgiving levels when it comes to the AI. The AI are at their fucking worst of those levels in particular. Every other level I can find some way to, fight back. Those two, it's almost like sometimes, on if I actually get it in the end. Because the AI likes to really just come in and be a dick. I fucking hate it. But it's this game. It's this fucking game. This game does not give a shit. All I can really say is that, I don't have much to prove. You've already seen me do all of these anyway first from arcade, so The only thing to really worry about is when it comes to mines, because that is level we haven't done yet, Barracuda. But everything else, we've already seen it. We've seen New York, you know, so many times now. Also, seriously, fuck these times. These times can fuck right off with how inaccurate and bullshit they are. But you know, I am glad that I captured the event you're gonna see here when it came to Novice, when it came to this, when it came to Norway, because the game did the most nonsensical thing here.
Ready?
And I don't know how to explain it. What fucking happened in this race is by far the most confusing part about this entire Let's Play so far to me. About the most confusing part of the AI so far to me. Because I never see the AI ever do this again, really, so far. It's just here in this very moment, as I'm racing through and going past all these obstacles and shit, a boat tries to kamikaze me. I don't know why. I feel like the game is trying to say something even further than it has already. I'm not surprised if that's the case. But you might be seeing that now, that pink dot there that happened to be the boat is now just stuck there. Now, as I drive through this whole little path here and to go back to that area, if you actually take a bit of a look, you'll find that because of what the boat just did, trying to dive at me and all that crap, doing the flip, it's stuck. It's just kind of like its nose is veered upward and it can't get out of it and it's just stuck there forever. The boat, the AI, is dead. And to make matters worse, it doesn't move for the rest of the race. It will stay there forever. And you know, if it was just that, it's weird, but it's expected kind of weird, you know? What's not is this. Now, that moment right there was fucking weird, wasn't it? But now, look at this shit. Now the yellow and black dots are also stuck, and they're stuck on the shortcut area. And you're seeing why now, because for some reason, they still want to go forward on the regular path. But it's blocked off. So now they're forever driving into the fucking blockade. This means that now the boats that were supposed to be in like 5th and last place are now having to take the mantle of 2nd and 3rd. And the game just sped them up so hardcore. Like, it didn't take them that fucking long to get all of these assholes all the way back to me. The speed they had to take to get back to me had to have been impossible. But here they fucking are. And because of it, I still had to fight a little bit, but it wasn't that bad, and I won. I won because the game broke itself here. The AI fucking broke itself. And the game doesn't even make up time for the one that was in last place. Instead, it glitches up and gives me what you see right here. That is the maximum time in the game's coding. An M999999. The game broke so hard at the time for that one AI had to go into the very maximum limits, write to letters. And as a note, as a fucking note,
3, 2, 1.
the times for best lap, 59. You know, they were 59. They were 9, 9, 9, 9, all of that. But 59 was the maximum for the best lap. Total time went to the M. What the fuck could M be? Well, if I had to make some kind of guess, I'm not very, code illiterate, but, if I was to guess about the programming code for this, I would say that the letters are supposed to be the hours, the interlooping hours, because there is no hour time here. So, if the time reached the best lap time, which, by the way, there you go, I got the best lap now, but if it reached that time, where it was like 59.9999, and it reached over that, it's like a 60. 60 doesn't exist, there is no 60. So then it overlaps into A 00001 essentially. And it would go over it again into B to C all the way to M. And I feel like you already know your alphabets at this point. You know your A, B, C, and D's, your E, F, G's. But have a count of those letters, okay?
Best lap.
How many hours do you think it would have taken to reach that? The amount of time, the maximum amount of time that the developers put in was at least 14 hours on the track. Now, I never, ever tried to, just sit there and wait for the AI to just finish their races while I stay in first. Also, my controller's connected. At that moment you just saw there, my controller decided, you know what, I'm gonna disconnect right then and there for like a few seconds to be an asshole. So thanks, controller, for being a dick. But yeah, I don't know what would happen if I just let the AI just complete their side of the races completely while I stayed behind the entire time. And I just sit there for 14 hours to see what happens, to see how the time goes. I don't think I'll ever do that. But it's definitely interesting how that seemed to be the limit there. In terms of the program code for this game when it comes to the maximum time limit possible, an M9 is the maximum there. Now, of course, there is one little issue here. And you already know this. The seconds. They don't reach 9. The seconds reach 60 and they loop around again. And again and again and again. Because 60 seconds is a minute. So why is it that it said 99 minutes? That would be an impossible time to get to, wouldn't it? Well, I don't really know what went on there. All I do know is that the AI broke itself and revealed that to us, so now we know that. because the AI done fucked up. And now here's Nevada. Now, I am 100% certain this is the one where I got second.
3, 2, 1.
100% certain that during this race you're gonna see me get second place. And to be fair, I did hit the wall quite a few times. Did hit shit quite a few fucking times. It's very difficult still to, like, handle the movement here with the fucking Barracuda boats, because you go so fast, but your turning takes forever. Pike has its moments of shadiness, but it's still controllable for the most part. And Minow is obviously very controllable and enjoyable at that point. But Barracuda, you go fucking fast. Everybody go fucking fast. But your turning is still the same speed. Your turn does not improve at all, ever. This is what you get. And because of that, it's just... it's really hard to make the turns happen, to be very, you know, careful of it and all of that, when the fucking turning is so shitty. And I do blame the game for that. I do blame the game for doing that kind of shit. For having, quite honestly, a bad fucking, like, turn mechanic. Add to the fucking fact that we have this AI here who is constantly on your ass and constantly just being a piece of shit. And add to the fact that this is a turn-heavy track, and yet the AI is having no issue with it, despite any other time it would have a little bit of issue of turns. And you kind of just get this fucking... this nightmare, essentially. And Amazon is similar. However, Amazon has a lot more straights and stuff going on. You know, it's not too bad on the turns. But what it also has is the worst the AI has. Because it is at its most aggressive. And during the Pro Championship, when I did get second in Amazon, if you want to really see what happened, let me know in the comments. I'll put up in the fucking old channel the whole clip of that. Because that race, the AI, for like nearly half the track, I was almost always 5th or 6th place. Because the AI just zoomed on ahead, and I could not catch up to them. I had to fight for above last place. Eventually I did, you know, also it happened again. But yeah, I did eventually fucking, you know, get it done, you know. I made it through the race, and fortunately I did get second, but I did my best. But the AI was just... they weren't even pushing me that much to like good directions. They were more so like here, pushing me into fucking walls. Because I feel like at this point the Barracuda AI kinda knows that the player can't handle walls like it can. There's a lot of moments where the AI just wants to like push you around and fuck you up. I think there was a moment in one of these tracks where the AI, at the very beginning of the race, doesn't even go straight forward, but instead veers over to the right side where you are, like where I am, and just bashes into me. The AI tries to push me right from the fucking get-go. If it doesn't show up during this entire, like, split you're seeing right now, the entire thing, I will put it at the end for you. Because I feel like people should fucking see how much of a piece of shit the AI really is. You know? I don't think the AI's douchebaggery should be kept a secret. The AI in this fucking game sucks. Also, it seems I actually made it through that, so I'm guessing it's Amazon where I lost it. Anyway, look at that. Sean there got a second below me. Sure, mate. Fucking sure. In that best time, fuck you. Now it's time for the good level. It's the good level because of the music, really. And also because at this point, I've kind of, like, mastered in a way. And it's one of the tracks where the AI struggles so much when it comes to certain parts of it. That's the biggest advantage to me. There it was. You just fucking saw it. So, you just saw that. I forgot it was England, by the way. I forgot it was actually England that happens. But yeah, there you go. The AI, at the very beginning, drove into me. Everybody was going straight and shit. That motherfucker just heading straight for me. Like, for fuck's sake. This is what the game really thinks about me now. It just wants me to go fuck myself. And I find that to be the most insulting shit ever. Like, seriously, the AI from the get-go targeted me, just ram into me. Like, the AI in this game truly is the biggest dickhead. It is just unforgiving, unrelenting, and just an absolute bastard. The tracks are a bitch to navigate, but the AI is far fucking worse. You can get used to the tracks and the controls and shit, but the AI is here to stay. It is here to keep being this fucking menace every time. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate this game's AI. Well, that's it, really. I mean, again, you've already fucking saw this shit. Part 3 is just here for now. I might get some better lap records every now and then, but for the most part, you really are just seeing Part 3 again. Except I'm now more experienced with championship happening and all that crap. You know, I have more experience with the tracks and such. We're using the same boat. We're never using anything else when it comes to Barracuda. When it comes to this set of boats, we are using this one every time with Barracuda. Because it is supposed to be the fastest and best boat in the game. According to the PC version. because there were stats. So it had to be this one. I had to choose this. I don't have much else to say about this, honestly. I mean, you can see that I'm destroying the AI. 7 seconds for the most part in front. Like, I'm in hardcore territory here. Yeah, I fucked up a little bit here on this last one. But even then, look at that. Still on 7. Now it's on 8. So, something's going on from back there that is causing the AI to just freak out, have a bad fucking time, and get stuck. And because of that, I can always win this by a goddamn mile. And I do. Look at that. 9.5 seconds. Nearly 10 seconds ahead of him. Will the game actually show 10 fucking seconds apart? Let's see. Nope. Apparently, the AI was right up my ass. This fucking game. This fucking game. I got nothing. I got fucking nothing. This game has really fucking shot at me. I'm shocked. Really.
Ready?
Like, yeah, it's starting to get a bit tiresome now, but I am still in utter shock of how much of a dickhead this game is. And the thing is, when I'm playing this, I can't even feel the boredom that much. Because I'm taking too much of a serious approach to this, staring intently into the fucking game, making sure my movements are precise and such as much like I can. You know? I am trying so hard to not get fucked, yet the game keeps fucking me. It just keeps fucking me. And I don't know why it wants to fuck me so badly. But whatever, I got the lap record there, under a goddamn, like, minute. Getting under minute records is a good thing. But yeah, like, I can't with this fucking AI. This AI is a nightmare. It will always be a nightmare. It always continues to be a nightmare. There's always a fight. There's always a struggle. The AI is always up my ass most of the time. And it's just... it's unforgiving. I can't win against this AI. All I can do is just like adapt and persevere. Like, that's all I can do. All I can fucking do is just keep going and just hope that things go my way. Which so far, it has. Outside of arcade when it came to Barracuda, you know? Because I had to save state, you know? I had to save state on that one. Because the game would have kicked me out and I have to do all that shit again. You know what? I don't want to do all that shit again because of Arizona. You know what? I don't want to do all that shit again because of Amazon. Both those levels are a nightmare, and I just want to just get past them. As I stated. And that was the only save that I did, and I needed it. Actually, it was another one, but it was Amazon. But I needed the save states. I needed the save states when it came to Arizona and Amazon because these tracks are the AI's fucking boner park. Alright? It's where the AI just gets really hard and really aggressive, and it just wants to fucking wreck you. It wants to tear you down. And you know what? It does a damn good job trying. Because fuck, did I hate going through Amazon? And did I hate going through Arizona every fucking time? I had to go through it twice. And I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. There was just no good reason for any of this. For any of the game just fucking forcing me to do these separate difficulties and shit. To force me to deal with this AI right now. Again and again and again. I can't. I fucking can't. And you know what? I could not even get first here. Because I hit that. And because I hit that, I got first. So I lied to you. I'm sorry. But I did. However, I did lose a fucking first place, and I believe I lost that one in I believe it was the second level. So as you can see, I got 34 instead of 36. But when it came to this, to the rest of this, where I lost it was definitely in Arizona, because I kept hitting walls, and I kept getting screwed.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
And the AI! The AI is truly at its absolute worst in Arizona. But now, here we are with this one. With Japan. Something you might have saw there is that one of the boats hit the wall and rode it. But then, afterwards, like a second afterwards, back to full speed immediately, and then some. Plus, consider the movements of the AI as well, when you're like right behind them and seeing them move around and all that crap. You'll see it again later on, I believe, but it's hard not to think the AI is cheating, you know? It's not hard to think that the AI is just pulling a fast one and lying to you, lying to us. You know, it's just defying what the game has put on us and getting away with it. Now the game starts lagging a little bit, it's fine. Little lag spike never hurt anybody. But man, I just... And again, the worst, absolute worst part about going through this again and again and again is that it's 5 laps. There was no fucking reason for this to continue the 5-lap thing. But they put it in. They put it in. And I just fucking... Like, this is just really getting to me right now on the boredom factor. So I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it and just fucking going super intense mode over it, you know? I'm just watching my own gameplay. It's just... It's so samey. It's so boring. I fucking hate it. I don't have much else to say, honestly. I mean, you already know now. We already got the experience, you know? Now it's just business, I guess. I don't know. What am I getting stuck on? Anyway, I just do not fucking get it, you know? This game... I don't know what to think about it. Outside of right now just being boring. At least we're done with that one. And now we got the next one. Which... Alright. I mean... I'm not gonna be happy with it. They very clearly mocked Australia. Also, can the AI stop giving these motherfuckers, like, clickbaity, like, shit times? And now it's time for my fucking area.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I guess something that I like to bring up right now, if it would really happen here, is that I feel like there is a night and day cycle, or day and night in this particular circumstance. Because as I raced through this and shit, I thought the world was getting darker, you know? So I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's an accident, maybe I'm glitching it or putting in a cheat or whatever. Maybe it's real. Whatever the case, just also, I am unbelievably tired right now. I'm nodding off. I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. And to make matters worse, this isn't helping me. This game is just, especially here in Australia, the worst fucking track. It's just, it looks so bland to me. We gotta sit here and go for a few more laps of this shit, by the way. I can't even with this AI, I swear to God. The AI so often has had to get me. It's unbelievable. Like to push me around, like to push me into walls and shit. I like to just essentially go faster than what is actually possible for the player. In all honesty, I just fucking hate it. I fucking hate how this game is going to be like this when it comes to online. When it comes to, you know, doing multiplayer, local multiplayer and all of that shit. If there was an online back then for the PC version, maybe with LAN. But, oh man, like, the thing is, there is a multiplayer. We saw it. Every time we would, you know, finish these fucking things, and we get sent to, like, the single player thing and all of that crap, we know under it there's a multiplayer. But I don't think there is a single soul in the fucking world who will ever play this with me. I just don't fucking see it. So as it stands, you know, whatever multiplayer is, I don't think it has much else to it. I might try and look into multiplayer mode. Just to see, like, what could be in there. But I feel that's nothing, so, you know, not gonna bother much. Now it's really time for that fight, huh? I'm sorry I'm just like silent a lot of the time right now. It's just, I really don't have anything to say here. It's the same shit as part 3. What the fuck can I say that I haven't said already? You know, outside the AI is still stalking up my ass and just being unrelentlessly bullshit. Well, at least it's being accurate here a bit, you know? Except for, you know, obviously the time apart from us. But it's weird. Either the game makes up a best lap, has the AI be super close to me in total time, despite me being like 10 seconds away, or possibly even both.
Ready? 3, 2,
Just using,
go!
you know, the AI and such to like really change things up and all that, I guess, which they don't. It's just... And the thing is, I do make mistakes here in Nevada. I mean, not Nevada, in Monaco. But you already know I'm going to win this by default, because it's the easiest track in the game. The AI is so stupid, they are never going to catch up to me at this point. I've won the day.
You took first.
I guess our question right now, as we complete this and head off up to mine soon, what unlockables do you think, you know, we have?
Lap record.
I'm sorry, I have nothing for the circuit here. It's just a circuit. I mean, that's all it is. A small, concentrated circuit.
Last lap.
I just want to get on with it and move on to mines now. Which we're about to, thank God, but yeah. I could care less about what was going on with, you know, all this shit, really. All I care about is mines. All I care about is how myself and the AI handles mines when it comes to Barracuda. Right. So, now it's time. As you can see, I'm so far ahead now that the AI legitimately can't, you know, stop me now. So I can get last place in mines and still win the championship. I'm not doing it, obviously.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Way to go!
At least, you know, you're experiencing mines, and it's pretty obvious, isn't it, at this point, as we're at the halfway mark, that, again, the speed versus handling, the fucking turning around and all that crap, is harder than the previous two level Ts. It's become a challenge to move my boat around into opportune spots.
Lap record. You took first.
I have much else more to say about mines. I mean, it's cool that I got to play it again. It's a cool looking area. But it's a track. There's a tighter new controls. It's just... But yeah, as you can kind of see, lap record, under a minute. Once again, I feel happy about that. But the AI, unsurprisingly really, the AI proceeded to fight me. It wanted to fight, I gave it a fight. But as you can see, I'm struggling through a lot of these turns, these hallways and all of that, because I can't make it happen with the speed I'm going at. And the AI is just really pushing it. Ultimately, I hate it. But you know what? It's an okay level when it comes to this. It's just the AI being shitty here. The track itself is kinda manageable, you know? Not that manageable, but just kinda. I fucking hate it though. I fucking hate the AI. I'm always gonna hate the AI. The AI is always gonna be the big negative of this game. Even if something else shitty happens around the corner, the AI will still be number one in the negatives of this fucking game. Because there is literally nothing worse about playing through this game than fighting against the AI in every level for maybe every mode even, honestly. Quite frankly, I really just, when I'm done with this game, I'm never playing it again. Like, I don't want to ever look at the shit this game has done to me ever again. And I usually don't say this, but maybe you shouldn't, like, you know, try to beat this yourself. Because, considering what I went through, unless you have the patience and the fucking skill and all of that with these games, I'd recommend you maybe just, like, do a normal, breezy fucking drive through of the levels and all of that. And that's it. Don't go through and try to beat it like I am here, because you're only gonna hurt yourself. And with that, we're done here. We're done with championship for now, maybe. We're done with championship at least. So what is my reward for having beaten the championship in Barracuda? What is the game gonna give me? Well, outside of this, quote-unquote nice trophy, there's only one reward I'm actually going to get out of this, and you already know what it is. Yeah, it's the Catamarans again with Barracuda class of Password CUD. And that's it. That's all Championship gave me. So next time, we could go to a new mode. But this time, we're going back to Arcade. Because we got Catamarans now. And I feel like the Catamarans will give us something else. So, next time, we're gonna play through, and we're gonna see what the fuck this boat's gonna give us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then for that.